Does angling down make me look taller next to MCanning? That's the real question.
Do you want me to sit on the other right so you slope down?
That's a great idea. Nailed the plan right there. Exactly.
Okay, go ahead whenever
nice
you're
guy
ready.
giving me the high ground. What's up, guys? This is Just Jordan with another episode of State of NA. Today I'll be interviewing MCanning. We speak about his graduation, the multiple disruptor reworks, and plans for the future of his stream. All right, I'm here with MCanning outside of Cheeseadelphia. Just got done with group stage 2. Do you want to go over a little bit with us your group stages just to talk?
Sure.
Start the first one.
So group stage 1, I played a female Diamond Zerg. She was pretty good, but I was able to
that'd be Ryza, right?
Ryza, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I played Sugar, who some close games, but I was able to hedge him out.
Nice.
And then the second group.
So you got out first in
got out first in my group.
In your group, good.
And the second group, you know, was a group that I could have made it out of. It was pretty doable for me, actually. I thought I was favored to make it out first, but sometimes StarCraft, and game. And I won the first game I played, and I felt really good. And game 2, it was a cannon rush, and I thought to myself, okay, I had 4 probes patrolling a cannon rush happening.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going into too much detail, but
no, go ahead.
And then it took so long to happen. I thought, okay, he's not cannon rushing me, so I pulled my probes away, and then he did cannon rush me after. And I lost. And the next game, he did a pylon, and it was a cannon rush. But he faked it, so it was just a pylon, and I pulled probes, and I was behind. It was pretty ugly. And then,
that was Bowman, by the way,
yeah.
right? Was he playing Protoss, which is his main, or was he going random?
Yes, he was playing Protoss, which is pretty upsetting for me because we played probably 10 or so times the last week, and I'm probably 8 or 9 and 1 versus one ladder, so it's kind of sad for me. And then really pretty disappointed in myself in how I played versus Suppy. I think Suppy's a great player, and he's one of my favorite people, a really good guy. But just didn't play the way I wanted to play. I was pretty upset myself, to be honest. I just really let myself down with how I played. Not what I wanted.
But it's like you said, StarCraft can just be like that sometimes. Yeah. Everybody doesn't perform their best 100% of the time.
I wasn't really nervous either, I'd say that, but I don't know, just didn't play well. It just happened, I guess.
So you recently got a degree. I saw that on Twitter.
Yes.
What was your major in?
Business. Marketing concentration as well. So.
Okay. So what do you plan on doing with that?
Right now, I'm going to be a full-time streamer for 3 to 6 months is my plan. We're going to see. I'm seeing where I'm at now. And in 3 to 6 months, I'll see if I've grown any, and if I haven't, I might consider, considering another path besides StarCraft.
Well, you do have a pretty popular stream. It's twitch.tv/MCanning if you want to check him out. He's a Protoss player, probably the most talented user of disruptors on the planet, and I am not sugarcoating that at all. Korean Protoss included. And I know you're too humble to claim that, but I cast a lot of StarCraft.
I like to say it.
Yeah, okay. I watch a lot of professional StarCraft, and the stuff this guy does. Also on YouTube, he has some disruptor montages that you definitely want to check out if you haven't already. I'm sure they've already been all over Reddit. The disruptor change.
Yes.
I imagine you were heartbroken.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's been. I'm not as heartbroken now because it's been a couple changes. They just slowly changed it more and more to make it worse and worse. So I've been slowly just accepting that they don't like the disruptor anymore. So I am upset about it because for me it was my main unit for so long that it's kind of hard for me to adapt. But I'm trying to do my best. So it's not too bad.
A couple, I don't know if it'd be months ago now, I'm so terrible at time, but there was a point where you started participating in more and more like these online cups, the $20, $30, $50 tournaments, and doing really well, and it's because you started learning other builds. You're like, oh, I learned the 2 basic depth timing, or I learned all these other different compositions that you can use, and you're like, okay, I'm more versatile than just a disruptor player. So my question is, in StarCraft, what is your goal as of right now? Because you're at a LAN, you competed, you did really well. So is your goal to continue improving it to be as good as you can be, or is it to be entertaining and have a popular stream? Because both are respectable in their own right.
Right. I'll always be a streamer. I don't think I'd ever choose professional play. I would never choose professional play over being a streamer. It's just too hard to be a StarCraft pro. The money is not great. Not that it's all about the money, of course, but when you're full time like I am now, it does matter. And my stream, I do pretty well. I have a really supportive fan base for sure, so I'm very thankful for that. And I think, as a player, streaming has allowed me to become a player that is a name that's pretty well respected for my play. I think people do think, MCanning, he's a pretty good player. But that's just because the stream has given me so many hours and so much time of practice that's really why I'm good. And I would never stop streaming, even if I was the best player in StarCraft.
Yeah, because it's... you have fun streaming though.
Right.
And that's the big thing. A lot of StarCraft players that are pros, they get burnt out streaming because it's just so tough to ladder and ladder and ladder. But if you are having fun, like you said, you have a great community and you're interacting with them all the time, then you know it's got to be enjoyable.
It is. It's very rewarding. It's one of those things that streaming is, as you've streamed, I know you do.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that can be, you have to drive yourself to do it, find the motivation, and it's not as easy. I mean, it's not as hard as a lot of jobs, of course, but it's not as easy as it always looks, you know, getting the motivation, entertaining for however long you are live, and it's, you know, we all have our good days and our bad days, but it's many more good days than bad, for sure.
Yeah, so that's good to hear. So future plans for MCanning is going to be full-time, you said 3 to 6 months?
3 to 6 months, probably more like 6 months, try to go to more events, and as you said earlier, what's my plan going to events? I'm planning on going to, you know, to a lot of events. For me, much like many people who are not pros here, it's more just to meet the people you see online all the time and talk to, and just say, hey, right, it's like, you know, I'm not, like, people do expect me to play well, but it's one of those things that I'm disappointed in myself today, I will say. More disappointed than I was last Cheeseadelphia, but it's one of those things that I come here, I mean, I expect things of myself, but I'm not really expecting to win. It's more coming to meet the people, hang out with the people, have fun, and that's really why I go to events. It's not because I'm not planning on winning, because I know there's so many good players, but it's just to compete, give it my all, and have fun with everybody.
Yeah, I think the few times that when you started, we'll go back to the time a couple months ago where you started learning other builds and getting better.
I'd say that was my peak when I was beating a lot of good players.
Yeah, you seemed really impressed with yourself. Like, like the aura you were giving off to me anyway, it was that you're like, wow, I didn't know that this is what I was capable of if I made other units as well. So
yeah, it's all about finding your groove and stuff. And I will say the last 2 months has been really pretty hard for me. You know, the first month, of course, I was still finishing school, so I was a little bit busy then. But the second, I haven't been as good playing. So it's kind of hard for me to go from a state, like you said a couple months ago, where I felt like I could beat anybody, to now where I've lost a bit of that confidence in myself.
Yeah.
So it's a little change.
Yeah. But I mean, you seem happy with where you're at and with where your direction is, and that's what matters.
Yeah, more experience. It is one of those things, I will say, that it's, for me personally, sometimes it's a love-hate thing coming to an event, because I love seeing everybody, I love hanging out, and really, if you've never been to an event, you got to go to an event and meet some people, but it does hurt losing for me. I'm too competitive, so it's like, I love being here, and, you know, it really doesn't bug me that much losing, but it's like, I expect so much of myself that when I lose, it's, you know, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to have a great time talking to everybody, even talking about my losses, you know, it is what it is, but it's one of those things, you have fun with everybody here, but then you're still like, man, wish I could have done more. Yeah,
definitely. So if you want to check them out, twitch.tv/MCanning, at MCanningSC2 on Twitter, and future plans, full-time StarCraft for now, and then if for whatever reason that doesn't work out, but as far as, I mean, I've hung out in his chat, I've seen his community, I have no reason to believe it won't work, but you know, you have a little, you know, college degree to fall back on, so I believe your future's pretty much set. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out, I appreciate it.
I mean, I'm only in trouble here